Hi, my name is Reva Siebold, and I'd like to speak today with you on the question I find wonderful, which is, what if I actually loved my life? What would it feel like if I loved my life, every single minute of it, even the minutes when I didn't love it? What if we are not an impediment to what is expressing through us? What if the feelings, the body experiences, the sensations, the beliefs, the stuckness are not an impediment to what's coming through us? It's part of what's coming through us. What if you could relax into that which you are, knowing that you love it? You love that which you are, and you love all that you are. What would life be like that? Just think of a day in your life and how much time you spend finding yourself wrong, finding the world wrong, beating yourself up, all of which is in relation to some belief or idea the mind has about the way it's supposed to be. And the mind chooses that way it's supposed to be over that which you are. I think that's amazing that we're set up that way, to choose a belief over that which we are. So let's jump in and work on something specific. Think of some way in which you don't love yourself, your life, something that you're in resistance to. And just bring up the pictures, sensations, and sounds, the stories that go with that. I'm not, it isn't, I don't like. Just open to that. And open to the emotion that's attached to or underneath that issue, that scenario. Could be anger, could be fear, could be sadness, just whatever. Just open to the emotion. There you go. And then, could you let some of that go? Is it possible to let some of that emotion go? And would you let some of that emotion go? And when? And could you open to what's here now? Could be the same, could be different, might have changed, might not have changed. And could you open to what's apparently happening? That thing that you don't want to happen, that thing that you aren't, just open to the fact that it's apparently happening. And could you let go of some of the resistance to what's apparently happening? All of that pushing against, finding it wrong, wanting it different, just could you open to all of that resistance? And allow the resistance to be here, in other words. Be with what's here, the resistance. There you go. And could you let go of some of the resistance? Or another way of saying it is, could some of the resistance be released? And would you let it go? Some of the resistance? Another way of saying that is it releasing? There you go. and win. And is there any wanting to change what's here? Either yourself, the situation, some aspect of self, some aspect of the situation? And if so, could you welcome that wanting to change, to fix it, to make it different? There you go. And could that be released? Some of the wanting to change. And if the answer is no, that's cool. It's whatever's here, apparently. And is there any sense that all this is personal, has to do with you or who you are? The apparent you. And could you welcome how personal it feels? Okay. So now think about whatever's that issue is now, what it's morphed into, or if it, wherever it is. And what if you could love your life? If you could love that. What if there's nothing that needs to be changed? Could you open to the possibility that there's nothing that needs to be changed? Just notice what happens when you open to that. That you are lovable, that your life is lovable. Could you open to that? Including the resistance, including the wanting to change, including the emotions, all of that is lovable. Even the beating yourself up. Could you have compassion for that being that believes they need to beat themselves up? So could you open to your life being lovable and what that would be like? To you being lovable, what that would feel like, how that would feel right this minute. I've asked various sets of questions, all of which could be gone into in more depth, each set of questions. But you can go back and listen to this and stop and listen and ask them till you feel through um, the questions. But even if you don't do that, could you just open to the possibility that your life is love and we can love ourselves? Thank you.